Man.
All right, man. Let's just keep moving. Let's get on to some. Let's get on to some more. Let's get on to the person that would have fought back against the robbers.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
So Amber Heard's been on the stand recently, and I don't care to cover like a full thing because it's too slow, bro. Yeah. But we do have some wonderful clips. They're both about a minute long, and then we have a 20-second one.
Her cry face is
her showing off her acting ability at the stand, and boy, is it a treat.
Did you see the clip of? Did you see the clip of her like with the napkin, and they was like she's snorting coke?
Oh wait, what?
And then she had coke jaw?
Nah.
Oh,
damn, you be finding some crazy clips.
Okay, major news for the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. And I'm completely freaking out. So Amber Heard's makeup artist, the one who specifically did her makeup on December 16th, 2015 in preparation for the James Corden show, just released a statement specifically stating that she spent the majority of the day and evening with Amber Heard on that day, and she saw no visible signs of any bruising, scratches, nothing, no damage. She also specifies in her statement that after the show wrapped, Amber walked up to her and said, "Can you believe I just did that with two black eyes?" To which
two black guys?
This makeup artist was like,
black guys.
"What are you talking about?" Now, just to clarify, this is the day after Amber claims that this physical altercation took place. And this would be the most credible witness to be able to state whether or not Amber was wearing makeup around her. They can try to argue amicably as much as they want, but this is someone who specializes in looking at Amber's skin. This is our chance to prove that she's a liar.
Our chance to what?
Our chance? Hey. What you mean our chance?
It's a social movement.
Bro, motherfuckers get on TikTok and they swear they
what is wrong with you?
This is our final chance, you guys. When Johnny Depp wins, how much better are you getting, bitch? What are you talking about? Are you on his fucking team?
Nothing better to do.
He was like, we need a little more TikToks cooked up. Please expose the things that aren't right here.
Bro, this is a regular fucking Wednesday for her, bro. Just in somebody else's business being nosy.
The TikTok community is funny, bro.
You're doing research.
That's not great. Not great to hear, because there was the other thing about, she was saying, her lawyer was saying, she used this makeup brand all the time, kept it with her to always cover up her bruises. Then TikTok, they actually were helpful. They were able to relay the message to Johnny Depp's attorney saying, hey, by the way, this brand was not out at the time that she said that she was carrying it 24/7.
Damn, TikTok fucking.
So there are times that it helps, but then when you see him in this bitch like, we got this, you guys. We got this. Like, we all seeing the same things, bro. Like, we're all seeing what looks like Johnny Depp is mostly telling the truth and Amber Heard is on some crazy shit. But it's not we. Like, we are all just fucking spectators. Great entertainment.
Did you guys see the clip of her? She was crying and shit after she had her meltdown on the stand, and then somebody was coming and taking a picture for her.
Oh, and she posed.
She posed. She looked at the kid, and then she's still crying, and then she barely just wipes anything. She doesn't blow her nose or any of that.
Don't worry. I see, and I got more for you. I don't know how that one. That one.
I saw that. Pull my gaze away from him. I walk away from him. My back is turned to him, and
she got the Megan Smollett tears, but worse.
Boot in my back.
Boot.
He just kicked me.
Look at her looking around.
I fell to the floor. I caught myself on the floor, and I just felt like I was looking at the.
I would be like, she is not the
floor
lead
of
for
the plane for felt like a long time. And I thought to myself, I don't know what to do. I can't believe he just kicked me. No one said anything. No one did anything.
Oh my God.
Like you could hear a pin drop on that plane.
Why should she keep looking at the jury?
She wants to see your reaction.
No one did anything. And I just remember feeling so embarrassed. I felt so embarrassed that he could kick me to the ground in front of people.
Bruh.
You said no one was there.
More embarrassing, I didn't know what to do about it. I got up and I just...
She's horrible.
Shut up. Down,
I was outraged.
Not a single tear.
and I just looked out of the window. And Jerry Judge's security and my friend...
I want to kick her in the
This
back
is
right
crazy.
now.
Yeah, she needs another boot.
Are you okay?
Objection, hearsay.
She's
I
always
spent the
getting
rest of the
objected
time
for
looking
fucking
at her
hearsay.
statement.
The whole time.
And then I just couldn't believe, how could he kick me? He kicked me in the back. And she looking around. She want people to be looking at her like, oh my God. Bro, like, you sound horrible. Like, it sounds like you in a play. That really sounds like she's in a play.
For sure.
The way she's explaining shit. Like, the emotions, the inflection of the voice.
Fucking awful.
This is jokes.
Yeah.
Bro, check out the video I just sent you on TikTok.
All right, I'll play one more and then I'll go to
bet.
TikTok.
Please tell me if I'm the only one who thinks this is odd. Hold on.
don't want to do this.
Ew.
What did that help?
I couldn't.
Did that
Bro, she
catch your
went from
tears?
forehead to the chin. Boy, what the hell?
Wait, play
is
that again? Hold on.
All right, run it back.
Please tell me if I'm the only one who thinks this is odd. Hold on.
I don't want to do this.
What did that help?
I
God.
Did that catch your tears? Or your I'm so
Hey, I know acting on set is hard. I know acting
fuck
with
watched their
a
face
bunch
like-
of people is hard. But acting in a courtroom gotta be some different shit. When the pressure is turned up,
It seems like she's writing her own lines, and you know actors writing their own lines. It's never a good scenario.
Yes.
You need somebody. You need some writers for that shit.
someone needs to make her a script. All right, so we got another one incoming.
Yeah, bro, this shit's cool. I was like, oh, whoop, maybe.
You know, cookie.
Uh-oh.
It's still hearsay, Your Honor. May we approach?
That drip is real.
Wait a minute.
few minutes later.
That's why we had gone back to LA. We went to Benihana's.
Yeah.
Fused. Is there a question?
Off the
She
picture.
look like
or
Tori.
on the picture? Picture. Imagine up and to the left.
Like the crash or Coke jaw. Like they got the little labels as it goes through.
Another one.
I don't think
You
that was the
have
second one. I think that was-
communications. with
Second bump,
Mr.
bro. They.
That was the second
Second bump.
I
See,
don't-
they think she's on the stand taking bumps of coke.
Yeah, the internet is so
Moments
funny,
later.
bro.
I don't know if I came back down in my nightgown at that point. This time he was
that
holding a
blinks.
broken
Those
bottle.
blinks are throwing me off.
To me,
They're a little cokey.
Yep.
Coke drop.
I
Josh.
honestly don't remember if I and
Oh
I believe
my
that's
God.
most likely when we got kind of in this.
Oh,
sort
the
of
drip.
paint.
That's hilarious.
They show the whole
I guess they got the
definition.
labels,
Had-
bro.
Oh, the eye. See, the eye twitches.
I wouldn't know nothing about this.
You know, and passed out in the bathroom
Ooh,
with the door locked.
the Kobe underbite.
My boy's tweaking.
Say her jaw.
Stop
is
it.
Who you think she
Get
got the
some
coke
help.
from? From Johnny?
right before the trial. He's like, Amber, you
tweaking.
need some help.
He was trying to give her some shit.
There's one more. But bro, imagine if Johnny Depp had gone up and told his side of the story the way that she did. He's like, and then she kicked the door. It hit my face. And at that point, I looked in the mirror and I said, I can't believe she did that to me. It hurts. We were like,
she's
bro,
wild.
Johnny is full of shit. Like, what is he talking about? That was some wild shit. Okay, I got one more.
Bro, you know, she also talks about, like, you know how she talks about, like, yeah, I was in love with this man and all that. But then, I guess prior to her getting married to the guy, like, she was talking about the first time she got hit, and it was her getting smacked. And when she brings that up, it's like, she starts showing a certain level of emotion. She was like, it's weird that you're going to connect that, what's it called? That,
The initial slap, like the first slap.
because you're talking about you're in love with this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get smacked before the marriage, and then you were so happy when he proposed to you, which throws me off completely, because if you really weren't like happy about the slap and shit like that, why would you end up getting married to the guy?
It's all
I mean,
mental.
same with both of them though. Like, why would y'all be together if either of y'all were beating each other up, right? And I think that's every abusive relationship. Is like, yeah, why would you be with them?
Yeah.
It's a good question though.
I don't remember. I just have that memory.
I took a bunch of sleeping pills.
I remember
Not a bunch.
taking a bunch of sleeping pills. Not a bunch, like 2. Which is a
Oh,
lot for me.
she fucked that one up. Quick.
Fucked up the script, man.
Yeah,
Fucked
I
up
took
the
a bunch.
script.
Well, no, two, not a bunch. That'll fuck up my
How much
story.
is a bunch?
Man, this is her being. Which was more fun, him being at the stand or her being at the stand?
Him was too slow. Her, it's phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, she's
It's
much
so
more clippable than he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say
But
which one's
him,
more
I
fun.
think it was perfect the way that they went. I mean, obviously that's the way that the case is gonna go. He would take the stand first, but the time it's perfect because we heard all that shit that made her sound so crazy. She looked crazy. The expression she's making during that. Oh,
So you're saying
all the expressions she's making they're all completely crazy. Like she's just not looking good. And then she comes up and takes a stand, and man, she's doing like the worst possible job she can. Like the way she's explaining stuff, it's like you're just sitting here lying. Like we're watching you lie, bro. We're watching you fake cry. We're watching you pretend to wipe up tears that aren't there. Like the way she's explaining stuff. I can't believe she's this bad. And also, you got to think about when you're filming a movie. It's so different as far as the way everything's shot, the way there's music in the background, the timing of things. It's way different when you're in a courtroom live doing this shit in a very uncomfortable environment where people are you have a lot of things on the line with this one. And she's struggling, bro. She is definitely struggling.
And that's why when you say which one's more fun, it's like I don't know, because it was so fun like listening to Johnny say these crazy ass stories about Amber and like all the crazy shit she did in his smooth, calm voice. You know, we're like this is fucking Jack Sparrow. Like this is wild. Like we never seen some shit like that. So it was hella fun watching that, right? But then this is fun because this is a train wreck. Like this is an absolute like monstrosity of a case right here. And it's funny because the lawyers are getting grilled, she's getting grilled, like, and then we also have seen this is like the newest case that's been on social media. And this is a new social media. That's what I mean. Like we have TikTok now. Like we haven't had a case on TikTok like this. Like we didn't have Casey Anthony, which wasn't the same, levity or not levity, but level, because one's criminal, one's defamation. But we haven't seen this before. And like two celebrities, two actors at that.
Well, one celebrity and his wife.
Yeah, well, exactly. Now we're seeing Amber Heard. She doesn't have an actor.
She's a celebrity now. Shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, big celebrity.
And in this type of situation, it's like you don't have enough evidence to support these stories. So what your job is to do in the courtroom is to make people believe you. She did a horrible job at that. Horrible. Like it was so entertaining to watch because she was just like crumbling. And everybody just talking about her crying. And it's not real, and you could just see through it. I see a lot of women have a lot of these takes on this, and I was just like, bro, body language and everything, it's just not looking too good for her. I can't wait till Johnny's lawyers start questioning her.
See, but even excluding the body language, because that's more like perception, just the stuff that she's saying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the intricacies of court. I don't know what really happens, right? Because like this is his case against her, right? For her hitting him. But then she's coming up on stand saying, well, he hit me too? Like, that's kind of what's going on?
Well, his case against her is that her claims weren't true.
Right.
And she cost him, like, over $30 million.
So it's on her to prove that she kicked him in the back and, like, all this other shit.
Or that that her claims were true and whatnot.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, this is still...
We'll see. This is still developing.
Very entertaining,
she needs to come up with some better stories, though, bro, because that shit was terrible. Like... It's like she came up with the story in mind and thought, man, when I tell him he kicked me with the boot in the back, like I can't wait to see their reactions.
They're gonna believe
so she's saying it and like looking over, like they're gonna give this big reaction. Then she repeats it and she doesn't know where to go from there. And then she wants to tell how she felt about it, which he did not do. He's telling you the facts. Yeah, this is what happened, and I think that's what someone would do had they if I walked up, he punched me in the face, and then he did that. And then, you're probably not going to be that forthcoming. You're going to tell the details of what happened. Right. And then as I laid on the ground, I thought of all of our times together and how I felt with him in the Bro, this is a horrible monologue. You think you're doing a monologue. No, you're supposed to just be answering the questions of what happened to you. Right. And did her lawyers not prep her? Like, yeah, maybe make that one sound a little bit more believable. Maybe we don't repeat that shit twice after you say it the first time.
She was on coke, man. What do you expect? What do you expect?
The coke part is wild. That's one I think is a stretch.
I thought what was it called? Him putting the bottle up her or honestly, it was like I guess she was getting searched. Like,
oh yeah, he said he was searching her for coke.
She was hiding the coke.
So he checked the pussy.
Yeah,
and I was just made it sound like she'd done it before. That story sounded like it might have been true though. Yeah. That one sounded might have been. She said he was like strip searching her damn near for coke and reached up her pussy.
But you know what? This, or at least watching her own trial, is so interesting to me because she didn't even have the capacity to say, "Let me play a character," right? So like we're watching her as Amber Heard, as like her reacting to courtrooms, right? It's like we really don't see her personality because she's like, or at least we do see her personality. It's kind of like both, right? Because like who is she? And she's performing, but at the same time, she seems like such a small like person when she's up there speaking. So it's like, who is this person we're speaking to? Like her personality, we don't know what it is. Like, it's kind of weird fake, to gauge. Like,
it's like if someone like tells you for like an hour and a half about how I'm like super crazy, all this crazy shit I've done, and then I come in here like talking like, oh yeah, like I'm just like doing too much to seem like the most innocent, nice person ever, and it sounds like I'm straight lying and I'm like fake crying. It just confirms what you were thinking. Like, oh yeah, no, this fits the build because we don't know, this person's really seems like a psychopath, but they're just putting on this little act. But this is kind of making me feel like, okay, I wonder what the actual Amber Heard is like, because you definitely crazy is the real version.
Yeah, because she's not even doing a good job of putting on a character for the courtroom. She's falling apart. So this is for sure a representation of who she is as a regular person too. So like that little piece of personality is coming out, but we're still not getting the real Amber Heard because she's on trial and we know she was beating Johnny ass. Like she doesn't talk like that. Like her, but then we've heard her on the phone like, "Come on, Johnny, you think they're gonna believe you, huh?" That's a completely different Amber.
I didn't.
Call the police.
I can't tell you what my hands are doing. You on video saying that, and then you up in court, and then I felt a boot in my back. He kicked me.
Like
how could he do that, bro? You even if that was true, you can't make it sound like all the other shit wasn't true. She tried to say when she put the shit on his bed, it was a joke. Like you can't act harmless or like you never did anything. At least if you were honest, like we were both very back and forth. At times he was physical, at times I was physical. Now, it would have been a whole back and forth. Who believes you? Who doesn't? He did this. Oh, she said he did that. But when you come like this, it's the same thing with Megan Smollett. Like you can't just try to act like you innocent. We've already heard other stuff. Now it's not entirely the same, obviously, but just in the sense of when you're trying to get off a bullshit story, you got to at least make yourself look a little bit more human in that. You can't just act like a pure victim. You look like a clown up there, bro.
Yeah,
like a robot with canned responses. Like it's not gonna work.
And whatever, Johnny played his role perfectly because he's recovering alcoholic and
he's a good actor.
Exactly, he's a great actor. And he was just talking about his abuse. He was playing his part, you know. Even if it is like stretching it a little bit, whatever, he did a really good job at hiding it.
Or like the tones and themes you want to play on to seem more small, like the victim. You know, like, hey, my mom abused me. This is why you introduce the questions. Like his team of lawyers did way better than her team of lawyers.
Yeah, they highlighted his drug abuse, which was perfect because I bet that's what they would have tried using against him, and they're still trying to use it against
him. And they put up things that did make him look bad. Yeah, but the point is the facts of was he abusive? Was he physically abusive? Sexually abusive?
Right. And
that was their focus, and it really did seem like he was just reliving events and explaining different things that happened, and they're having him like walk them through it. Versus her, it's like she just tried to think. What's that one girl that was on TikTok that had the beef with Jack something?
Sienna May.
Sienna May. It was like that same type of vibe where like you just, what happened with this one? Or, there's already been a story that's been, made toward you that you did something. And instead of addressing that story, you're like, okay, but let me tell you about this one time, right? We're at this party and I couldn't believe how he treated me.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here, bro? Like, you just, the whole thing is, it's great comedy. It's great content. It's great entertainment. And maybe they're both just content creators.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. Do you think like when women do things like this, or male or women, but mainly in this scenario, like women. She's talking about they had that recording of her saying that oh yeah, go ahead, call the cops. You think they're gonna believe you as a man versus me as a woman? When there's proof like that, do you think she should get jail time?
I don't think for that statement
I don't think he could press charges anymore. I feel like it's too far gone.
Yeah, not for that. No, not in this scenario. I don't think you can really press charges for that. But I do think if there's like an allegation that comes out and it's somehow found out, let's say on a recording that, let's say, he didn't kill her or whatever the scenario was, like not in this, then yeah, I feel like a woman should get jail time. Well, let's say he raped me, he didn't rape her, you should for sure get jail time.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of guys have been made examples for abuse and all of that for like a lot of scenarios like that. And that's another reason why guys have to like think about it, doing it twice. I don't see a lot of women that abuse men go through the prison system or anything like that. I feel like there should be people who are examples. I feel like she should be, especially because Johnny, he lost so many opportunities and jobs. He lost a lot of money in this whole thing, and then you come out to find out that this shit was it was just the other way. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it was her abusing him. So I don't know. I feel like in these types of scenarios, like more people should take it to court and see what happens if they could get a filing for some type of time, because people need to be made examples.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
Do you think that women should get like arrested for that scenario?
If like right at on the spot, yeah, I think now it's too late. But like right on site, yeah, I think just in the aspect of fairness. I mean, I probably wouldn't call the cops on a unless. What would make you call the cops on a female?
If she tried to kill me.
So it has to be like a knife or something pulled on you.
Yeah, I mean, or I would try to handle the situation as best as possible. Get the knife out of her hand, calm her down. But then I have to leave. I can't be in a scenario where I'm getting stabbed.
Yeah, if any, that's just not. I think as soon as it becomes an actual threat like that, a weapons grabbed or something like that, for sure gotta call the cops. And so it's documented too, because if she'll try to kill you, she'll lie on you too.
If she did some sly shit like stealing my forms or my identity and like ran away or something, I'll call the cops. I got teams for that. Or like some weird shit like that.
If it's just hands, I'd just be like, nah, this bitch crazy, and I'm definitely gonna get myself away from her. Unless she wasn't stopping, like you're literally getting like she just will not stop, and it's like a period of time. All right, bro, I'm just gonna have to call the police because now like this shit is turned too physical. Now if you're just trying to hit me, I'm like, all right, bet we never talking again.
You know, Kevin Hart called the cops on his baby mama.
Oh yeah,
his first original one.
Dang, I never knew he called the cops on him.
Yeah, because he was talking about it in his biography. He was saying that's when his comedy got real because he was going through a lot of shit at home. So I guess she hit him. She hit him a few times, and he called the police. And police looked at him like, "You a bitch? The fuck? Like, why are you calling us? Why are you calling the cops for this type of scenario?" Bro, they're like, you guys should just spend some time apart.
If I knew she was
that's
plotting,
fucked up.
Okay, yeah,
flip it.
It's the dumbest outlook too, because it's like, fam, what's the other alternative to? I'm gonna get my ass beat the whole night. No, eventually I'm gonna smack the fuck out of her. Like that's really what you want to happen. Like it's ridiculous to not treat all domestic abuse. And I get the part of like the prime on this. She's not as much of a threat to you as you are to her. We don't care the same. Cool, but you can't act like a guy shouldn't call the police because he's getting attacked by a female. Like, what's the other option, bro? It's like that's you saying I am not going to put hands on her. And I'm also not going to try to restrain her for the next 30 minutes, bro. She crazy. And I'm going to end up hurting her. And she's going to have marks on her, even if you're just grabbing her wrist. Now she can go and say, look what he did to me. I got all these bruises. He ain't got none because I don't hit hard and I was just slapping him up. Or scratch marks on him. It's because he was pinning me down. Like, it's getting too sticky in there, bro. Hell no. It makes sense to call the police and have it documented. He called the police on her. This is what he said happened, and now it's all detailed in a report. So if she ever wants to say something, well, I have a police report filed against you, and if you need a restraining order, it's much easier because the police had been called for a domestic situation.
Yeah. Well, what's the word? It's litigious, like litigious person. I think more men should be litigious. You know,
Never
because
heard that word.
Litigious is like the type of person that would like take people to court. You know, especially if you're in a scenario like that, because because they talk about toxic masculinity.
We're gonna look up litigious after this. You better be right about that shit.
Yeah. So it's like toxic masculinity. It's another form of like us guys. We kind of just take it on the chin. You know, we won't really say anything because we're not supposed to. Because we'll look like a bitch. Fuck that. You should say something, especially if you're in a bad scenario like that. I don't think that's fair.
Well, I mean, hopefully this case brings something to light like that, because I think a lot of women do get away with that shit, just blatantly lying about what their guy did, and then their guy loses their job. The public opinion now looks down upon them. They can't really recover the same way as a woman can. And if you're just blatantly lying to be malicious about it, there should be some type of compensatory action or reaction from the judicial system.
Yeah. 100%.
Hard on thoughts, 2022.
Yep.
Hard on white thoughts, 2022.
Amber turd
for sure. All right, anything else we got to get to?